Good morning, sophomore class, and welcome to the Hesperia High School second annual Sophomore Poetry Slam. How's everybody doing today? Outstanding. It's great to see you all here this morning with your bright, smiley faces. Just a quick review, just so that everybody knows what we're here for. Students from every section of sophomore English have written a 1 to 3 minute slam poem that they're going to be here to perform for you today. They will be judged by our 5 judges, Mr. Mike Everett, Miss Jessica Brown, Miss Alicia Bonnet, Miss Debbie Dominic, I don't know your last name, and Miss Becky Stachel. So, all we ask is that you support your classmates with the loudest cheers you can possibly give them. Give them some motivation because what they're about to do is really, really difficult, all right? So let me hear it for our first performer, Raymond Mata.
This is for whom we shall not be named, because though we all have a name, we can never truly be named. We live in a world and lovers reign and pick out the defects of our vein, mine out the joy that we call our ore and bleed it dry to reach a core that's cold and dark with hollow ends, and it's a final stop which we can't defend. And we're blinded by this pantomime that clouds the judgment in our minds, for I have seen through your eyes a world which we reside inside, and it's a world that I can't deny. And you've given me the chance to see me bleed by the darkness that feeds us. I have seen a beautiful day wrapped in lies. I have seen the truth behind a bloody knife. I have seen a world we'll never deny. I have seen a gorgeous soul painted red and a deadly angel wield the pain made of the darkness that feeds us. Let's skip ahead. I'm surrounded by the beautiful trees, tranquil water, and soft green leaves. And I live in this forest that controls my brain, but when I get lost, I'll go insane. But I'll live every day in this false imagery to gladly visit nights of reality, and it's been so long since I've seen it clear. I travel this path I've learned to fear, and it's all because of you, my dear. And though I'm afraid to utter your name, I may have burned the picture, but you broke the frame. But don't get me wrong, I've heard you cry. A sound that I despise inside's a time I wish to die, but it's all a world that we can't deny. And though you've held on to me with your plea like an overwhelming sea, what does that really mean to me? Here's what it is. If I'm the divine... No. If I'm the revenant and you're the divine, and like yin and yang, we form a sign that reads the mistakes on fine red lines, I'll make a mistake one. Like a star you're out of reach, and my love still intertwines, and as I break your lover's shrine, these crimes rings with twisted chimes. And I reach the end of life 9. And if I wasn't there for you each time, would you be reading me these lines? Here's the truth. Truth is, I live in lover's reign. Truth is, I've been bled dry to my core. And I've been blinded by the pantomime. And as I travel through this forest, I reach my final chorus, a final stopping point. This is the path that I can't see clear. This is the knife I've learned to fear. This is the day you've broke, my dear.
Nice and close. All right. I'm going to say a piece called Rest in Peace. Methylene dioxine, methamphetamine, the very drug that makes up a drunken man's personality, stuck on the streets, too far from consciousness to see reality. Shunned by society because he didn't take the time to learn his anatomy. Because school wasn't important, it drove him far beyond insanity. They tell this young man commandingly, hey, look kid, you need to bring yourself together. But he couldn't stand the pressure of the world, of everybody's skyrocketing expectations. You see, they know this kid's intelligent, but his personality quickly tests their patience. Will he be quickly forgotten like the League of Nations? Stripped of his dreams and aspirations like the Haitians? Used like a puppet on strings to fly from nation to nation to give speeches about government and propaganda and inspiration? Like, because they're oversized dreams for me? Oh, crap. Hold up. Let me start over. Let's go. All right. Rest in peace, R.I.P. Methylene dioxine, methamphetamine, the very drug that makes up a drunken man's personality. Stuck on the streets, too far from consciousness to see reality. Shunned by society because he's... I'm sorry. God. Oh, it's frustrating me. Hold up. Methylene dioxine, methamphetamine, the very drug that makes up a drunken man's personality. Stuck on the streets, too far from consciousness to see reality. Shunned by society because he didn't take the time to learn his anatomy. Because school wasn't important, it drove him far beyond insanity. They tell this young man commandingly, hey kid, look, you need to bring yourself together. But he couldn't stand the pressure of the world, of everybody's skyrocketing expectations. You see, they know this kid's intelligent, but his personality quickly tests their patience. Will he be quickly forgotten like the League of Nations? Stripped of his dreams and aspirations like the Haitians? Used like a puppet on strings to fly from nation to nation and give speeches about propaganda and inspiration, all because their oversized dreams for him are completely outrageous, and hopes and dreams he has for himself are just completely useless and instantaneous? Will I ever make it? Do I have what it takes to be famous? Will I ever stand up for myself? Do I have the patience to do what needs to be done? Or will I just become that same old man that was shunned? The same drunken man that didn't have anything except for his methamphetamine, shoving needles into his veins and lining up small stacks of cocaine. There's no room for you here in my brain. You're just a fictional character trying to drive me insane. Success is my only option. I strive for fame. It's a shame I have to try so hard to get this drunken man out of my brain, when all I really want is for my parents to be proud of me. Instead, they're ashamed of me, of my other personality, that same drunken man that couldn't even stand in reality. Do you see him there, laughing at me, taunting me, trying to keep me from being accepted by society? Well, I'm not trusting him anymore, because I got a new friend, this golden pen, that helped me conjure these words, that helped my emotions fly off this paper like two uncaged birds. It's amazing how just one poem could help me release this thought of that dead drunken man that I just fought. Rest in peace. R.I.P.
Outstanding, outstanding. All right, all right. And next up, Desire Garcia.
Miss signs are always made, like push, sorry. Miss signs are always made, like pulling instead of pushing the door. Some days, sorry. Miss signs are always made, like push, oh, sorry. Miss signs are always made, like pulling instead of pushing the door, or slowing down on a green light. Some days are sad and some days are a dread, but it's those days that we seem to never forget. Spring break 2014. Prom king and queen 2014. Class of 2014. Soon it'll all be over and replaced, so make everything count each day. Most can't believe they've made it this far, but little do they know that this is only the start. Rest in peace to the ones we've lost, and congratulations to the ones who've won. Because every little thing will be down, like falling in love with the right person. Well, that's how it starts off, until the rain pours more and more and more down, making us touch hell's tallest building. It could be that what we're left with at every end is finding ourselves at the edge with zero friends. If there's a chance that I can make it, then I won't give up. If there's a doubt that I can't do it, then I won't give up. Said better by Lennon, whose yellow submarine sank so deep, leaving me with no doubt to keep. This is for the kids who keep trying, not knowing failure is coming their way, or the ones who were too blind but see more and more and more every day. No, 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 we can't slow down. Laziness is a virus that we catch from our minds and make us think it's time to shut down. We're all mad, but insanity is brilliant, and there's no greater way I could have said it. Because we know when it comes down to, I don't get this. When is lunch? Are we really going to need this in the future? Miss Barnes will be there with the rest of our teachers. But speaking of the future, the one thing that makes us anxious but happy at the same time, we have the right, yes, the right to choose, not the ones who know but knew that we'd make it this far. But before we hear the sound of the last bell ringing, what will you, class of 2014, accomplish before leaving?
Way to stay with it, Desire. Way to stay with it, kid. All right, and next up we have Mr. Juan Guevara.
Understand, please. Hello, everyone. My name is Juan. This poem is titled My Horrible Memories. I hate having flashbacks of my horrible memories. It's ironic because memories are supposed to be a human being's greatest treasury. But when you constantly remember that your father wasn't there and left, when your mom was in a coma and she was nearly stabbed to death, so imagine your mind would replay the scenario. Images circle my head like a non-stop merry-go. But then I remember. My homie and I were walking. He wore the wrong color in the wrong spot. Gang banging started, so they pulled out a Glock. We ran for our lives, but they never pulled the trigger. The whole situation just made me cold and start to shiver. And as we went our separate ways to go home and rest, I heard the tech, bullets eject. Now my homie shot in the chest. Police happened to be nearby. They had a shootout with the guys, and now more than a couple parents have to say their last goodbyes. These flashbacks, they should eat me away. No, they make me a stronger person today. So rest in peace to my homie who shall remain anonymous. He transformed me into a different person, kind of like I was Optimus. So listen to the rapper poet with the hair of a good kid greaser, cause he's up here saying some deep emotional stuff and he's saying it like an overactive preacher. My mom survived the stabbing, so another day I get to see her. I just gave you guys a piece of my life that just so happened to rhyme. I try to overcome these memories, but I guess it takes time. And I'm waiting for the moment I could show I could shine. And don't worry about me. I've been through some stuff. I'll be fine.
And it just keeps getting better and better. Next up, Miss Leah Atkins.
Hi guys, my name's Leah, and my poem, it's called Valerie. Hey you, yeah, that's right, you, with the tears in your eyes and the pain in your heart. I know you don't believe me now, but I promise, it gets better. Those girls, yeah, that's right, the mean ones. They don't know it yet, but you're gonna do amazing things. Like what, you ask? Well, maybe be a pilot or an actress or maybe even a doctor. And you know why, baby girl? Because all those things they said to you made you stronger. So stay strong, baby girl. I promise you're gonna make it. Hey, baby girl, there's those tears again. I know you don't believe me now, but I promise it gets better. Yeah, I know those things that she said hurt, but honey, you're better than that. Yeah, I know she said you suck and you won't go anywhere, but honey, because of the things she said to you, you are a fighter. So never stop fighting, baby girl. I promise you're gonna make it. Baby girl, please no more tears. Yes, I know the heartache seems never ending, but I promise you'll get through it. Yeah, I know you loved him. I know he broke your heart. But baby girl, because of him, you are smarter. So never think any different, baby girl. I promise you're gonna make it. Baby girl, there are finally no more tears. You are stronger. You are a fighter, and you are smarter. And it's all because of them. And the funny thing is they don't even know it yet. So baby girl, when you make it to the top, don't ever forget to thank those people who hurt you, because they made you who you are today. Baby girl, stand tall. I am so proud of you.
All right, good job, kid. And next up, Mr. Rayhinojosa.
Well, I haven't memorized this poem much because I just got chosen for this yesterday, and I'll try my best. It's me and you. I dedicated this to my girlfriend. Romance. An inspirational, infinite force. Love. We all look upon this immortal emotion with great hunger. This powerful This powerful, amazing feeling is unknown and it will never be defined. Love is a thirst to be irresistibly desired. However, I think to myself, is she out there? Is the one that I love really out there? That question is solved. She is the little piece of heaven that fell into my life. The thought of her is a storm of positivity. The laugh she throws is contagious, for it infects me with a smile. I cannot resist the... Oh, fuck. I cannot resist the beauty that she exploits every time we spend a second together. We would remember about the hilarious and stupid times we've had, have, and will have. Every second we spend together is a second of love and happiness earned. We share a strong, passionate love that is only possessed by a few. And all I can think is me and you.
All right, let's hear it for our first 6 performers again. I don't know about you guys, but I think the judges are going to have a really hard time with this one today, personally. So we're going to take about a 1-minute break while we're adding up some of the scores. and then we'll call up our next performer. I don't know. How many people think Miss Barnes' class is in the lead right now? That was all right. That was all right. I don't know. I think maybe Miss Jackson's class. What do you guys think? Now I'm a little partial, but how many think Mr. Atkins' class is in the lead right now? Thanks a lot, seniors. Thank you. So, I don't know. It might be her birthday, but how many people think Mrs. Meyer's class is in the lead? Well, I guess we'll see. All right, well, on to our next two performers, Christian Aguilar and Chan Kao.
Hey, what are we?
See what you got me? You got this, man. You're gonna kill this thing. Trust me. Make sure you stand nice and close. All right. You guys got this. Tear it up.
Just turn. Stop talking. You got this.
Damn, nigga. This shit got me nervous as fuck.
All right, face. Talk sideways.
All right.
Get your hands out of your pocket. Hey, Dad, I'm home. I just got back from studying at a friend's house.
Why you home so late?
It's only 5:30.
Don't talk back. Go cook dinner.
Just got back from a long day's work. Can't even have 5 seconds to relax. Yet, no one chooses to help. They just turn their backs. Crash.
Sitting here anticipating the end of the day. Like trying to find water in the Sahara Desert. There's no hope left. All I could do is pray. Sleepless nights, feeling lower than dirt. I don't know what to do to change my fate.
So dirty.
Been to hell and back, dancing with the devil. No amount of happiness can get me out of this state. Hopeless, trapped in prison.
Bruises on my brain, lashes on my back. The pain is covered by my smile, and each smile back is more or less healing. Doing all that I can to overcome this wretched feeling. I keep my head held high, regardless of what tomorrow holds. I dream of a brighter future, but I realize I'm searching for fool's gold. Surviving is critical. I'll be stronger, hopeful, and capable of overcoming all this pain I have endured and create a brighter future for myself. Thank you.
Way to go, boys. Way to go. All right, let's have a big round of applause for our next poet, Rebecca Hernandez. Hold it, or you want to let it stand?
I'll let it stand. My girl. Happy birthday, Miss Myers. Woo! Priorities. School, softball, family, everything else. What are your priorities? What's important? Don't tell me what's important. I know what's important. Those are my goals. You say you want me to experience life, have fun when I can. Oh, trust me, you have. And I appreciate it. But just when I'm starting to feel on top of the world, you go and light a fire right under me. I don't understand.
You say you mean well, but you constantly contradict yourself. You say you want me to be happy, but why would you take something from me that brings me so much happiness? He understands, he can relate. She doesn't have this like you. Stop comparing me. I don't want to be compared to he, she, and them. I'm me. That's all I worry about. Don't tell me what's right or wrong. I know how to make my own mistakes, and I will learn from them, I promise. Just give me the chance to make them. I will sign the contract, have the jersey, and get the diploma. But I know what needs to be done, but I need something in between. You are right, but you are so wrong. I will succeed, I will fail, and I will be happy. But please, just trust me.
Way to go, Rebecca. And next up, let's have a huge round of applause for Jose Galindo.
Hi everybody, I'm Jose Galindo, and I'm a little sick, so I'm sorry if you can't hear me clearly. My poem's called You Left Me. I told you how I felt, and you told me you felt the same. But you took my feelings, crushed it up to a ball of paper, toss it to the trash, like you try and tell me, yo, I'll see you later. But what you didn't realize is that my love lasts forever. When we first kissed, it was like a volcano erupted in my body. Something was telling me, keep her, fight for her. If not, you be the one sorry. I tried, I fought, I did what I could. But no matter what I did, no matter how hard I fought, I still saw the back of you, the back of your body leaving me in the cold without the warmth of your love. You left me thinking it could never be. You left me in the fetal position, unprotected, unloved. But I know, you know, us is meant to be. Yet you left me with nothing but with a broken heart and memories to curse me in my dreams. Dreams. People always told me to follow my dreams. But how do I follow my dream if my dream's to be with you? I see people out there addicted to weed, addicted to popping pills, addicted to drugs, period. I see guys out there cheating on the girls, treating them like crap. But you know me. You're my drug. I will always treat you like a princess. I was always nice to you. You are my boo. So why can't you come back to me? We can start over, and I'll prove to you that I'm the one that will always be loving you.
All right, Jose, all right. Next up, David Johnson. Let's hear it for David.
When I was in a time of despair, such a lonely state, I needed someone, anyone to comfort me, and she was there. It was a natural click, like dogs with sticks, but when I introduced her, they didn't like her. Why? Because she was a spick. I let it go. I left them out of my life for her. No distractions anymore. We had fun times, holding hands at the park, staying past curfew way after dark. But when my friends had told me that she'd been bad, I didn't believe it, and it made me mad. But they weren't lying. She had fun times with guys other than me. She broke her promise. She made me bleed, so I told her, leave. It ended there and then. With that last word, I dropped my pen. With tears in my eyes, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't see it. And did I mention when she told me she loved me? It was all a lie. She did it for attention, and I don't get why. She's a player who takes your heart, but now I know, and I get a fresh start.
All right. I hope everybody had a good break. Starting to feel that pre-summer weather coming in. Doesn't it feel good out there? Oh. All right, let's have a big round of applause for our next poet, Brandy Williams.
Okay, can you hear me? I'm so nervous.
Wait. Pause for the quiet.
Pause for the dramatic effects. Okay, before I start, I want to give a shout out to my friend Megan Whitney and Shantae and Mr. Anderson for telling me that I could do it. Okay. The name of my poem is called Disowned. You took one look at your brand new baby girl and you disowned her. You tossed her among the lions and the wolves, and before that was done with her, you yourself began to stone her with big boulders and rocks that you selected from the tip tops of mountains. You clipped her wings so she could not fly and tossed her into skyscrapers that was falling down around her. You did not see that the air that flowed through her lungs was half yours, nor did you care that she cried herself to sleep every night, wondering would you had claimed her if she was born a brand new baby boy. She doesn't look like me. Those are the words she remembered from you since she was 2. At the time, they meant nothing till she got older and wiser and started to connect things. Like, why does her father not pick her up from school or tuck her in or hold her tight after she has broken dozens of his rules? Or teach her to play sports or to be her best? Or look into her dark brown eyes and say, baby girl, it's all right that you are the teacher's pet? Or to read a poem that she herself put so much care in, but he would never get the chance to listen to her recite it on stage, for he does not care, nor does he wishes to help her write the introductory to an essay page that is on him. For the topic is of your heroes and what they are best in at life. But she knows it's not you being a parent because she doesn't know where you are at, nor do you know where she is. And she's falling hard now, but she doesn't want you to pick her up. She's soaring far now, and she prays that you would never catch up to her, for she is brave and not alone, for she has a mother that you had also tried to stone. But her mother was too strong to fall down. She steps up and leads the pack now into freedom and in love that you would never know, because you decide to leave your 2-year-old daughter all alone in a cave with lions, wolves, and big stones that she had to crawl and dig her way out, dig and crawl her way out, pick herself up and dust herself off all on her own. But when she looks back, she's not going to blame you. When she looks back, she's going to thank you for allowing her to be the person she is today and allowing her to take future and bigger hits from stoners that come her way, for she will not be fazed, for she knows the emotions and knows that the moon can easily calm and claim the ocean waves. And she is a lunar eclipse that will not die no matter how many times her biological father denies her, because she simply did not inherit his light brown with a hint of green eyes. Why does he not love me the way he loves his second family? I know for a fact I came first.
All right, Brandy, thank you. Outstanding job. And next up, Samaj Williams.
Yeah, shorter. Shorter. Hi, I'm Samaj Williams, and my poem is called Cool Guy. Hey guys, how's it going? It's me. And this right here is a poem telling you what I want to be. I want to be a star that's on TV. I want to drive a space car, but don't judge me. All right. I want to live in a mansion and all day eat Subway's BLTs. I want to be tall, not tiny, like a bumblebee. I want to be unique, like the sun. I want to be a kid and just have fun. I want to be an NFL running back. That way, the girls are chasing me when I look back. I want to be an NBA superstar, but live close to my mama, because I don't want to be far. I want to be all I can be, but what I am right now is what you see.
Outstanding, Samaj, outstanding. All right, and let's have a big round of applause for our next poet, Diana Cruz.
Thank you. Beauty, you are what I want to be. Beauty, you are what will make me love me. Beauty, why are you so easy to want but so hard to achieve? Tell me, do you think I'm beautiful? Do you think you're beautiful? Answer what you want, but I will explain. Explain why I don't feel beautiful. The media puts out a picture of a beautiful girl. She has long, skinny legs and a very flat tummy, while I'm sucking it in, hating my body. My muffin top and my thunder thighs get the best of me. Every time I eat, I feel so insecure. Purging it seems to be the only cure. That beautiful girl also has a perfect face that makes me want to hide my big eyes and pay for a nose that I won't despise. Her face is clear and nothing is wrong. Tons of makeup will fix the flaws that I see. Flat irons and hair dyes will make people love me. But wait a minute, all these changes scare me so much. They scare me into realizing that beautiful is not changing me. Changing me is letting the media win and convincing me to agree. The media makes beautiful girls suffer and try, having them live up to their expectations that make no sense. That's when anorexia, bulimia, and eating disorders commence. So I'll do what makes me feel beautiful. And to the media I say, forget you. God made me to love myself and to not suffer what you put me through. Thank you.
Thank you, Diana. And next up, a round of applause for Naomi Alvarez.
Yes. Okay, I can take the microphone off, right? Okay.
Keep it close to your chest.
Not alone. Hi, my name is Naomi Alvarez. I was born on August 17th, 1996. I was told that I was going to grow so strong, but how was I going to get there? I was going to find out. Turning 5, I was as rambunctious as any toddler, no worries whatsoever. 10 years old. I was just about ready to burst out of that shell of mine. I was so excited. At least, that's how my body and mind felt. 15. You need to watch who you're with. Don't make decisions you'll regret. Listen to those who know better. Keep your eye on the prize. Don't think you're too big, because in reality, you're small. Stop! I can take care of myself. I don't need to watch who I'm with. I don't care if I'll make decisions I'll regret, because I'll get over it. Keep my eye on the prize. I know what I'm doing. Hey, guess what year it is? 2035? Yeah. Why am I alone? Why is it so dark? Why do I feel like a failure? Not too long ago, you've decided to go your own way without a care in the world. You didn't keep your goals in mind, and you've slipped. What? You're no longer alive, Naomi. You've gone so far under that you can't get back up. No. Everyone you ever loved and respected, you shunned and ignored. No. Yes. And because of your poor decisions, you're going to rot here. You never needed anybody. Their advice to you wasn't worth the pitiful ground you stand on. Stop! I can't take care of myself. At least, not right now. And not on my own. I need to watch who I'm with. I need to make good decisions. I need to keep in mind the words of the wise. And I need to keep my eye on that prize. Year 2012. The rest of my life begins now.
Good job, kid. Let's hear it for Naomi. And I hear she's the quiet one in class. All right, only a couple more poets, young people. Here we go. Next up, Diana Alba and Arlene Gomez. So come over here.
Is this close enough?
No, I'm kidding. Okay. I'm Arlena. And I'm Diana. And this is our poem. It'll never happen. Don't dream so big.
Or, you're just a dreamer.
This is what I've heard all my life. But what they don't know is someday I'll be a pilot soaring freely like an eagle.
A rock star rocking out on stage.
A doctor saving lives on a daily basis.
A lawyer saying, I object, Your Honor.
A model strutting down the runway.
In Broadway singing High School Musical.
But they just don't get it.
They expect me to throw away my dreams like they're not worth fighting for.
But to me, there's so much more.
People say I'm living in a fairy tale and my dreams are like my Prince Charming that are never going to come.
But we might not be on the same page, because in my story, Prince Charming is on his way. But then the evil witch came and her name was Catastrophe.
She came running through the woods making sure my Prince Charming didn't get to me. Indeed, he didn't.
But I searched for him and he searched for me, and we came together like it was destiny.
I rose above them all, shaking towers.
I was 20 times brighter than the sun.
I was the first place runner.
I was a 7-time Grammy Award winner.
I made people who didn't believe.
So next time you hear,
keep your feet on the ground, when your head's in the clouds.
Try remembering me, because I am the one who believes in you.
So if I can be bigger than the Beatles, you can too, because I will catch my dream.
Nicely done, ladies. And for our last competitive poet for the day, let's hear a big round of applause for Keith Kim.
No, I want to just, I like this. I grew up in a community where not a lot of Asians were around. Bowl cut, chinky eyes, guess you could say I stood out. But when I did see Asians, 90% of them were nerdy. I wanted to be one of those hardcore kids that couldn't live up to the age of 30. So I made a choice. I would go to school, break all the rules, thinking I was cool. But when I watch TV, I see Asian people singing, everybody was kung fu fighting. The media making them look like a fool. So that made me look stupid. I never had courage to talk to a girl I liked, so I was never friends with Cupid. When I thought a girl was cute, my friends would tell me to go talk to her, but every time I looked at her, she probably thought I was a stalker. I never got in a fight either. I couldn't knock down my enemy because I didn't have the power like Andre Ethier. More and more, I started to realize I'm one of those kids you call fake. Yeah, I wanted to be a thug, but I was never down to do crack or cocaine. But it's not just me. Kids think they're bad because they ditch class and they smoke grass, but in the future, they're going to look back and say, oh, I should have done this, or oh, I should have done that. But it's not about that. It's by acknowledging your mistakes and learning from your past. So overall, I'm not a gangster or a nerd. I'm just as lost as everyone else. It's not about trying to make people like you. It's about people liking you for being yourself.
Outstanding. Poets, if you performed today, go ahead and stand up for us right now. Just stand up. Let's hear it for all of our poets. All right, thank you guys. Go ahead and have a seat. Right now, our judges and teachers are going to take a little bit of time to get all the scores compiled and figure out all of our prizes. We have an open mic session planned. Some of you have spoken to your teachers about doing an open mic poem. But before that, we have an amazing guest poet for us today. I'd like to welcome Miss Corey Myers.
Okay, I wrote this for my students. I've been so impressed by their authenticity and their courage. Let me tell you, it's hard being up here. All right. I've never been a poet. I write prose, the kind of writing where you don't have to worry about pattern or scheme or lines. I mean, I've always been verbose, filling up space with words, trying to make sense of my mind without having to worry about the constraints of a rhyme. But because of what you wrote and because of what you spoke, I had to change my tone. Atticus once said that you can't truly understand a man until you climb into his shoes and walk around in them. If I could climb into your shoes, I would show you that your strength is in your story. I would show you that your worth is not defined by another man's glory. I would show you that your voice is louder than 1,000 choirs. I would show you that there's power when you've been through the mire. I would show you that no matter who left you, who hit you, who said they would be there, you matter. Hear me now, you matter. If I could climb into your shoes, I would want you to understand that you're capable of far more than you could possibly dream, that you're perfect the way you are and not as you should be. So throw off the words that haunt you at night and free your heart to believe that Mrs. Myers is right. Thank you.
Truer words were never spoken. Thank you, Mrs. Myers. All right, if you've spoken to your teacher about coming up for open mic, we would like it if you would come down here by our competitive poets and meet with your teacher. We're going to take about 2 minutes to get everybody organized, and then we'll get back to it. All right, all right. So think about this. Our competitive poets have known for a few days that they were going to get up here and do their poem for everybody, so they had some time to get ready. Our open mic poets didn't get that preparation, so you can imagine they're probably just a little bit nervous. How about we fire them up, get them excited about coming out here. First up, we have Victoria Muldoon. Come on up, Victoria.
I know. All right. Okay, so as you guys know, I barely found out I was coming up here, so I'm not a little nervous, I'm a lot of nervous. So it's called Wrong Way. I used to get faded every day, thinking it would take all my stress away. My life was like a cloud, moving day by day. People thought I was always happy, but little did they know I always felt crappy. The drugs took away things that bugged. I had a state of mind, so I was always kind. Smoke weed, drink beer, and pop pills just so I could feel the joint and chill. But then all in one day, it just went down. My whole entire life all changed around. The smash took my stash. He even snagged my cash. He said, remain silent, don't be violent. I'm laying on the ground. They locked me up like a dog in a pound. On my way to juvie, now it's going to be a new me. Sober all the time, but I'm paying for the crime. Gotta listen to other people's rules. Man, that ain't cool. Do this, do that. Why don't you shut up and get back? It was always just me, but now it's like I'm never going to be free. I met some pretty fake people. Most of them were deceitful. As holidays went by, I always wanted to cry. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's always brought me to tears. I seen my parents once a week, but that couldn't keep the joy in me, which people couldn't see. I felt lonely, lost inside, but that couldn't hide. As 7 weeks go by, it's like a snail slowly trailing by. January 3rd, the best day of my life. I was finally free. I could say I was happy. Living in a trailer with my mom and dad. But you could say everything good always comes to the end. Because the very next day, the cops came and took my dad to the pen. Now he's gone. All we have is our mom. We got kicked out of her trailer, all because of our neighbor. But my mom didn't care. She still put him to labor. We got back in our pad, but still without our dad. April 24th, the best day of my life. When my dad is home, my mom will never be alone. Our family's finally happy again. No more family members put in the pen. I'm tired of all my family issues. Can someone please bring me a tissue?
Outstanding. Next up, I have Maribel. Come on up, Maribel.
Can I hold it?
Just remember, hold it close to your chin.
Okay. This one, I hope you guys get the message. And just read, don't assume. Okay. It's called My Book. I am the book of color. I'm the book with meaning, with discovery. I have quality and I have leisure. I am the book you see on the shelf, the book you prejudice, the book you judge by its cover. You see no meaning, no discovery. I'm the book waiting to be discovered, waiting to show the world myself, my colors, waiting to show what should be your discovery. Judge me by my cover? Dare not. Rather than read and not want, not understand, want, then read. See my real cover, my real colors. Not just a picture you skim through your head with no meaning, no excitement. See the hidden picture, the hidden story behind my cover. See my real cover, my real colors. Find my hidden colors. Then you will see, then you will realize, what you see is not always the truth. What you know, what you learn, what you discover is the real cover, the real colors of my book.
Thank you, Maribel. Thank you very much. All right, next up, I have Luis Puentes.
Hello? Whoa. All right. Victoria was right about this. It is kind of nerve-wracking up here. All right. As a man of motivation, driven by determination, I never had the inspiration of a young girl's devastation. Because her name was Chrissy, and she was only 9 years old. And from this moment is where her life turned cold. They were unspoken words from just a little girl. And it turned out to be the end of the rest of her world. But now she sits at home in a room all alone. And every day she sees a face that took her out of her place and left her in an empty space. Because this is a problem to face, but she won't say a word for the sake of her fate. She's seen it on TV, but never saw it real. Fake smiles hide the way that she actually feels. There were invisible tattoos drawn on her body, but not by an artist, but by a soulless body. But what was he thinking? Why did it have to be me? What stopped me from letting out a scream? But now she's unprotected by the one she expected to be by her side. But now she's asking God why. Because it's the light in the dark, and it's the place where to start. You can look for an edge, but instead you'll find the ledge. You can take yourself far, but to become a star, you gotta take life apart and listen to your heart. When dark oversees light and your soul ain't right, you can try to hide sight and try to get by. But you won't set a mark and you won't set a spark unless you can try to see the light in the dark. Because her name was Andrea. She's 24 years old. Grown with a husband and 2 kids of her own. She never thought she'd see the dark and the sea, but the wind has brought up her chances to believe. 8-year-old Denise tried to plead please, but the dried up tears stopped her from relief. She's forever unspoken, and another girl broken. Now she lives with the fact that her life is a trap, cause stepdaddy's drunk and he doesn't give a shush of silence and an act of violence, and the wish of sirens rings through her ears, and all that she can hear is the cry not to be here. She can only see the dark, but she will never find the light. She won't fight the fight to get through the night. She'll continue to struggle and find herself in trouble, but in the end of the day, she's stuck in the bubble. The experience is undescribable, and the betrayal is unbelievable, and the cold winter hands only the devil understands. And the burning flames inside her is only another reminder. There's a place for people like this, but this isn't it. She won't be ignored, so she ran for the door. A girl finally spoke out. Now her whispers turned loud. At the failure of being calm, she reacted of a mom. She made a decision, either a blast or incision. Andrea grabbed her tool to protect her baby's rule. Now she had one job, to eliminate the slob. He was wrong in the action, so she took a reaction. Without thinking, without blinking, she pulled under and let out the sound of thunder. And that's an experience I hope all you can see. And just like Eric said, may he rest in peace.